Good morning, Year 4. Happy Monday. Um, so this comprehension video is going to be for the children that have received the Year 4 comprehension book in their home learning packs, okay? And you've got a snazzy little dragon on yours. So when we do our comprehension tasks, you will be opening your book onto the contents page. Now, we will be going through the texts, but in order to find the texts, we need our contents page, don't we? So, the first text that we're going to look at today is a non-fiction text, and it is called Choosing a Bike. Now, when I use my contents page, I will be looking for the title Choosing a Bike. I will then look across the page, so to the other side of the page, for the page number that it is going to be on. So I can see there, Choosing a Bike is on page 2. Okay, so I will turn my page over to page 2. And when you check to see if you're on the right page, you can look at the title. Okay, so I can see that I'm on the right page because the title is Choosing a Bike. Okay. So before I go through how you could answer the question and use the text to help you to answer the questions, I'm just going to read out the information that is being given to help you get a better understanding about what this text is going to be about. So it says, this extract is from the Change for Life website, a health campaign that encourages people to live healthier lifestyles. The website provides tips and ideas to help people eat healthily and to be active. This extract gives advice about choosing the right kind of bike. Okay, so that's a little bit of information about the text. It's told me that it's been taken from a website. I know it's going to be non-fiction because in the contents page it told me underneath, so you could use that to help you to get a better idea of what type of text it's going to be. And it also tells me that it's going to give me advice. So it might be, it's going to be a text to help me. Okay, so the audience is going to see that it's there to give you some tips, some hints, some advice. So it's there to help you. So it's going to be an informative text. So then when I've read the little blurb at the top underneath the title, I'm going to read my text extract twice. Now, why do we think it's important that we read through our text twice? Now, if you've got the Year 4 booklet, you might need a little bit of help off somebody, a grown-up or a brother or a sister, but I think you'd be able to read this on your own. So why is it that you would need to read through twice? Have a quick think. Okay, so if you're going to read through it twice, it's going to help you get a better understanding and a better idea of the text and what the text is telling you. Now, most of you have me misprints for guided reading, okay? And comprehension is exactly the same as guided reading, except you're going to be doing it on your own with help from me in this video, okay? So you all know, if you have me for guided reading, that if there is a word that you are stuck on, you underline them, don't you? Or you draw a circle around them, or you mark on the text the word that you are stuck on. Okay. Now, if you're stuck on them, don't worry, because there are lots of ways that you can find out what they mean. Okay. So I can see straight away in the first sentence, having the right bike makes every trip easier, safer, and more fun. And the good news is, your bike needn't cost a fortune. Now, I'm not quite sure what the word fortune means. So, I've got a ruler. Doesn't matter if you don't have one at home, that's fine. And I've got a highlighter. I'm going to underline, because it's fine to write in these books Year 4, these are your books, okay? I'm going to underline that word in my text because I'm not sure what it means. So read it through the first time and underline any words that you don't know. And then what you can do, you could sit with someone to help you, or you could use Google, an online dictionary, or if you've got a dictionary at home, you could use the dictionary that you've got at home to help you to figure out what it means. Okay? So I would look it up and find out what it means. Now I know that fortune means something that could cost a lot of money. But in the sentence, it's saying that your bikes don't have to cost a lot of money. So it's saying here, you don't need an expensive bike. It's something that doesn't cost a lot for you to be able to get out and go on a bike and get some exercise and have some fun. Okay? Then I will carry on reading. Now I've got a subtitle. Now we know subtitles are things that appear in a text when it's a new piece of information or a new topic, okay? So it then says choosing a bike. Now this bit is important because it's got a number next to one of the lines year 4, okay? And if you have a closer look, you will see there are numbers all the way through this text and they're going up in 5s. And those numbers are telling you what line you are up to in the text, okay? Now, another hint that I can give you here, year 4, is you could fill in all the other missing numbers to help you. So I will start with the number 1 and go down, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down until I reach the end of the text to help me. So again, I've written on my book the line numbers because in your questions, some of them refer to different line numbers. Okay, so question 3, question 2 both say what line you need to be looking at. So if you've written the lines down, it'll be really easy for you to scan the text to the line that you need. You read that line and you can answer your question. Okay, so you've read through your text a couple of times, you've explored the different words that you're stuck on. You've used phonics if you're struggling to pronounce the different words, because it's really important to remember to break down words if you're finding it hard to read them. Break them down and then stick them back together again so you know what the word means and how to pronounce it correctly. You will then turn on to page 3. Now you've got 7 questions for today's comprehension task. Okay. Now I'm looking for the best handwriting, and we are still going to be keeping a check on who's got the neatest handwriting because we still want to be able to give out pen licenses when you're back in school year 4. So I'll be keeping a close eye on who's got the best handwriting. Okay. So don't think we aren't going to be keeping an eye out because we are. Okay. And then what I will do is I would read the question through. Now, if it doesn't make sense, read it through a couple of times. And if it still doesn't make sense, ask someone to help you. And if they don't know, send us an email through the Year 4 email account. Okay. So question 1 says, write down one advantage of having the right type of bike. So I know that advantage might also mean a positive thing. So a good thing. Why would it be good to have the right type of bike? Okay. So I might read the text again to find something that tells me about a good thing about having a bike. And I think it's going to be on lines 1 and 2 because I've already read those sentences and I know that they use the words in the sentence right bike. Okay, so I would find in that sentence where it says the words right bike and I would carry on reading until I could find the answer. Okay, now I know that there are 3 possible answers for this one because I've already read that sentence. When you've found an answer, you're going to write underneath question 1 using full sentences, okay? So you would write, an advantage of having the right type of bike is, and then you'd write your answer, full stop, and then you would move on, okay? Again, question 2. Why are mountain bikes described as great all-round bikes? And then it's got in brackets line 11. So I can see straight away that I need to go to the section that says mountain bikes, and I need to make sure that I'm on line 11. Now, something that the question has given me is the quote. So they've given me the quote, great all-round bikes. Okay, so I would find line 11 in this section here that says mountain bike, and I would highlight on line 11 great all-round bikes, because that is the same phrase as what the question has used to help me with. Okay, so then I know that I'm in the right place to find my answer. So it says these are great all-round bikes as they are good on the road and even better on rough tracks. So straight away, my answer is in the same sentence. And again, I would write underneath question 2 in a full sentence, mountain bikes are described as great all-round bikes because they are, and then you would finish the sentence. Okay, now if you fill up the line, don't worry, there is space to write it underneath. Okay, and you're going to do that for all 7 of the questions for this task. Okay, now if you are stuck, please send us an email and we will get back to you. It'll either be me, Miss Chafe, or Miss Coldclough that will reply to your email to explain the task. It might be that we have to give you a phone call to make sure that you fully understand. Now, it's really important, Year 4, that with these workbooks, when you've done the work for that day, you take a photograph of what you have done, and you need to send it to us because we're going to be looking to see who's doing all their home learning, and we will be rewarding Marvellous Me's. Okay, so please make sure that you take a photograph of what you have done and you send us an email of the work. Okay, because it's really important that we need to see that you know what it is that you're doing, because if you're struggling with it, we need to be able to help you. Okay, so you're going to read through the text twice. You're going to pick out any words that you're stuck on, find out what they mean or how you pronounce them. You're then going to move on to look at your questions, and I want to see them in full sentences, Year 4, okay? And you're going to try your best because only the best is good enough. We are still going to be Sandra and Rock at home, and I am sure that you're all going to impress me with your work, okay? So that is your comprehension for today. And like I say, please get in touch. We want to see what you're doing. You need to show us what you're doing. And if you do have any questions or you need some help, again, send us an email and we will get back to you. Okay? So have a lovely day, Year 4, and try your best. Bye.